last.
Oh, I appreciate you, Tammy. Thank you so much.
You're
That's
welcome.
cool. I'm
Looks like
paying
Terry,
you later for saying that.
Terry Davis has the first question for you.
Hey, man, you got some big shoes to fill, man. You know you have great numbers for your running backs last year. So how's the new kid on the block, Granberry, and newcomers coming out so far?
They're doing well. Obviously, they are great young men, which is the main reason why they are here at the University of Memphis. And it's been fun watching them. It's been fun working with them, you know, just to be with them day in and day out, just to see them get the standard that's been set prior to those guys being here on campus. When you think about the University of Memphis and the success that we've had with the running backs in the last couple of years with Darrell Henderson and Tony Pollard and Patrick, and obviously with Tonio's success as well, it's a different feel when those guys walk into those doors and they understand the expectations. And it is such a unique thing about our group is that they challenge and push each other as well. So we're very excited about those guys, and we can't wait to see them play.
Okay, Evan Barnes.
Anthony, how's it going?
Good. How you doing, Evan?
Doing well. So Kenny talked to us the other day just about how he's kind of grown as a leader, just leading that young room and saying that he went from being a student to a teacher, if you will. What do you see differently just from him kind of taking that role in a really young, you know, a mix of young running backs?
Yeah, Kenny is a phenomenal young man. You know, he leads by example, but he's a quiet kid. You know, he doesn't say too much, but when he does talk, it's very powerful. And Kenny has done a great job. Obviously, we played him the first 4 games of his true freshman year, and obviously with the success that he had last year, he had to learn really, really fast. With the injury to Patrick, he kind of had to learn on the job. You know, so he's talking to those guys about what it takes, and obviously sitting in the room with Darrell and Tony and Patrick for those number of years, he know how those guys went about work each day, of how they studied, of how they prepared themselves mentally and physically. And he's a very, very bright young man who just wants to see the best in everybody that's in our running back room.
Okay, Steven Johnson.
Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Hey, Steve, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I just wanted to see what everything's kind of going on in Wisconsin. I just want to see mentally how you're doing and kind of what have your any conversations been like with the running backs over the last few days.
Yeah, it's tough to see that young man get shot in the back 7 times, and just to see everything that's going on in our world right now. It is tough. It's mentally tough. It is mind-blowing. It is something that we hope and we pray would end very, very soon. And my heart goes out to those families, to the families of people that have been lost through these tragic events and social injustice and the police brutality. And I think as a country, we just have to band together. We have to pray, you know, and that's what I believe in. I think my faith has really carried me this far. And I'm just honest with my guys, you know, and it's the world we live in is our new reality right now, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. And I think just being honest with my guys goes back to my high school coaching days roots, you know, and you just want to be that father figure for them and let them know that you care about them, that you love them. And that your door is always open. So it's no such thing as a closed door policy or anything like that, you know, and we want to just talk about matters that really brings light to what they are going through. It's crazy times, you know, and during times like this, we all have to just put our arms around each other and just, you know, just be there for, just be there for each other in the type of way that we can.
Brian Moss.
Hey, Coach, in years past, it was difficult for, University of Memphis to recruit Memphis. But as years go by, it seems like it's getting easier and easier. In your opinion, is it because of the success or the relationships? So what do you attribute to Memphis gaining, the Memphis football talent? Because the basketball side, it's a little bit easier than the football side.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think when you growing up in this city, obviously I have a certain love for this city, you know, and I think it's a little bit of both. I think it is the recent success that we've had. If you look at the administration and the support that they have put into our football program, you look at the leaders that we've had over the past couple of years who have done a tremendous job. You think of the resources that we have, and you think of the city of Memphis as a whole. You know, you think of one of the top cities in the country. You think of one of the top universities in the country. We're playing a really, really good football at this point. You look at the investment that our university and President Rudd and the AD have put in this program. Memphis is kind of set up himself now, you know. And far as for me, I just want to be a great relationship with the high school coach, with the high school recruits, and we just keep trying. We're always looking for the best young men to be a part of our football program.
Evan Barnes.
So for you personally, just kind of, you mentioned how tough it is for the athletes, for your kids, to kind of like process these recent events that have happened socially. How tough has it been for you, being, obviously someone who has seen so many things, we've seen a lot of things happen over the years. How tough has it been on your soul? And is it hard to does that make it easier to kind of relate to your players, just kind of let them know, hey, I understand how you're feeling because, I'm feeling it too?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier for me. So every morning I get up, I normally get up at 4:15 or 4:30, and I try to run or ride my bike or do some type of physical activity. And I do it outside. I do it in my neighborhood. And that's when it hit me. It's pitch black dark outside. Here I am, I'm an African-American male running, and who knows what's going to happen. And I got 2 girls at home that still sleep at this time, and they don't know if daddy is asleep, daddy is up, but what they will know is what if daddy don't come back home, and it's scary, it's frightening. But like I said, I totally put my trust in God, and with the players come to it, and I tell those guys the same thing. Listen, when I'm jogging, I'm looking over my shoulder too, so I want to be respectful every time. I want to make sure I'm not speeding so I won't get pulled over at night, so it is tough. And I just wanted to relate those guys because I've been on both sides of it. I've been on the sides of it where it's the social injustice, and I've been on the side where it's gang violence. I've lost players to gang violence. It's a lot of funerals I had to go to, and no funeral is a good feeling. I don't care what it's for, and that's things that I've had to experience, whether I was coaching at Westwood, whether I was coaching at Cordova here at the University of Memphis. I've had to frame jerseys. I've had to go to hospitals and go to houses and go to courtrooms and sit there and be there for my guys, because that's my obligation. That's my duty as a man and as a football coach, is to be there for no matter what. So, yes, I have 2 biological daughters, and I have 10 sons in my running back room right now. And that's exactly how I look at them. And just my heart goes out to anybody that's affected. But my heart goes out to the country. My heart goes out to all races, black, white, Hispanic, because we're all struggling with it, and not all cops are bad. Not all people are racist, so it's one of those things to where we, like I said earlier, we just have to band together. We have to put our arms around each other, have to love each other, because we can all help this country become a better place. And I really truly believe that. I believe that we are the United States of America for a reason. And I think a lot of times we miss the word united and just put America in front of it.
Okay, Steven Johnson.
Coach, when we talked earlier this summer, you say you had pretty high expectations of the running back room, not just Kenny, but some of the guys like Drake and some of the others. So far in camp, how have they been doing in terms of living up to your expectations?
Doing pretty well. Every day for us is a get better day. So we have one word in our room, that's the word better. Because we feel like every time we take the field, every time we take one single rep, that's an opportunity for us as a group to get better. Rodriguez Clark has had a tremendous camp. I'm very, very proud of him. I'm proud of the young man that he has become. And you can tell what a difference 1 year makes, from an on the field standpoint to it as well as the off the field standpoint. He's been a tremendous guy. He's worked incredibly hard. I think he's earned the respect of his teammates, and he's a leader by action. And that's something that I'm really, really proud of him for. But you got other guys like Asa Martin and Kaylin Granberry, and obviously Kylan Watkins, who has done a great job for us last season as well. And just to see how much growth those guys have, and it's really fun to see those guys push each other. And some of the household names that people may or may not know about, like a Tim Taylor or a Marquavius Weaver, they impact the young freshmen like a Brandon Thomas, who's been doing great too. So Brandon coming in bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to a really good running back room. And obviously that's one of the reasons why he chose to come to Memphis. And he quickly seen how it works, how it developed. And we quickly see, like, this is the reason why these guys are so good, So it is my job to make sure that I give them my best effort, so in return they can get their best effort. And we just want to make each other better every single day.
Okay. Any more questions for Coach Jones? All right, looks like that's it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Coach.
guys.
Bruce. Thank you.
Yes, sir.